Well, hello and welcome to the Sox Rocker Show, or should I say welcome back. I've been gone for a while, took a bit of a hiatus, but hey, we have returned to do some groovy stuff, so here we go. Well, it finally happened. Superman finally happened, that is. He shot through the sky on July 11th like a big blue comet as planned and introduced the world to a new variation of the Big Blue Boy Scout, one created, molded, and dreamed up in the mind of one James Gunn. Now, Gunn's Superman, he was everywhere. He was in Japan, he was in London, he was in India, and even the good old US of A, even though Gunn downplayed Soup's all-American patriotic image, because there's no waving the old red, white, and blue in unified solidarity in James Gunn's wide wake world. No, sir. A little tongue twist there. There was all kinds of Superman merchandise to be had, a multitude of action figures, shirts and hoodies, toothbrushes, keychains, dog biscuits, dog collars, crypto whiskey flasks, super socks with super capes. Hell, they even had Superman PJs, and for the ladies, Superman lingerie. Man, I'll cut that out. This is a family show. We had Superman over Times Square. We had James Gunn by himself on Broadway, pointing up at Superman with absolutely no one else around him giving a damn. But did it work? Did James Gunn's Superman succeed? Did Gunn create a new defining Superman for the masses? One that will be around for years to come? A Superman that will remind us all of what the image of Superman truly is. The man, the myth, the legend of Superman. Was it good enough? And will the new variation of Superman that James Gunn has given us make everyone forget about that big blue elephant in the room that came before? David Cornsweet's take on the role. Yes, the new Superman has made a shit ton of money, some $559 million, give or take, since I recorded this show. And even though some say that the overall budget could be somewhere well over $363 million, it has done well in the theaters. Well enough, in fact, that Gunn has apparently been given the green light to continue his dominion over the DCU and to create even more Marvel-like, sprinkled with a bit of crass juvenile humor, comic book movie entertainment for the masses and his mass legion of fans to enjoy. But once again, is it good enough? Will this new Superman world that Gunn has created stand the test of time? Will people still be talking about David Cornsweet's portrayal of Superman months from now? Hell, years from now? Like they do say, I don't know, Henry Cavill maybe? Hell, it's been 12 years since Cavill first put on the suit, and not a day goes by without his name being mentioned somewhere. Good, bad, happy, sad, people just can't seem to keep talking about the guy and making comparisons. Now the Gunnonites, well, they'll say that it's the Snyder Bro hype. That they, being Snyder Bros, are simply trying to resurrect a dead universe and that they should just simply get over it and move the hell on, and maybe they should. Who knows? But problem is, it ain't just Snyder Bros doing the talking, because for some damn reason the Gunnonites can't seem to keep the names Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill out of their yappers either. It's a fact. So yes, Superman made a lot of dough, and it's still selling seats. It may or may not surpass Man of Steel, which, as we all know, made north of $670 million, give or take. As I said earlier, Gunn's Superman is somewhere near, let's just say, $560 million. Will it hit 67 mil? Probably. Could be. Maybe. Time will tell. Well, I finally went to see the film because, well, I would be a total hypocrite if I didn't. One can't give an opinion on something or review it without seeing it, now can one? Of the film, I will say this. For a James Gunn film, it was okay. Messy at times, but okay. There were way too many characters, in my opinion, which made some of them seem simply throwaway, in the script, well, it was all over the place. And I did not like the backstory at all. Like making Jor-El and Lara come off as wannabe harem pimps so their son can be fruitful and multiply in order to create a master race of super kitties. Well, that was, nothing short of bizarre. But hey, this is a James Gunn film we're talking about, now isn't it? I won't go on. The vast majority has seen it, and many liked it. So kudos for them. I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for DC. I really, truly am. Will I want to see it again? More than likely, no, I will not. Will I be talking about it for years to come? Doubtful, unless someone else brings it up for some reason or another. To me, it wasn't a great film. It was simply a James Gunn film. And when I think of The Dark Knight, by comparison, I think of it as a truly great film first. Second, as a great Batman film. And finally, as a Christopher Nolan film. A great Christopher Nolan film that happens to be a great Batman film. I watch it time and time again, all the while never forgetting just how great of a film that it actually is. The same cannot be said, as far as I'm concerned, for James Gunn's Superman. At least not by me. Gunn's best film to date, as far as I'm concerned, anyways, and always will be, Guardians of the Galaxy. It was fresh, entertaining, perfectly cast, and very well written. The soundtrack was brilliant. Pratt was outstanding in it, as was most everyone else in the film. It stands on its own as a James Gunn film, not as a Marvel film. Hell, I don't even think of it as a Marvel film. Now, did he really write it? Was it all his idea? Who knows? We may never know, but it's a damn good film that has his name on it. Now, the other two Guardian films, I'll just say meh. Now, hey, did you hear the news? The Batman-2 is finally set to begin filming in the spring of 2026. Now, according to Variety, Warner Brothers' recent shareholders' letters state that the film will finally begin filming then, with a scheduled release sometime around October 2027. Now, that's damn near 5 years after the release of the original film. And did I mention that according to the Insider, in Snyder, Robin, the Boy Wonder, will also be appearing in the film as well. Yes, you heard that right. The Boy Wonder himself will be hitting the big screen along Robert Pattinson as the Batman. In what capacity and for how long, who knows? It's all up to speculation based on scoop or hearsay. But Snyder has hit the nail on the head a lot, so time will tell. Now, personally, I'm taking this news with a very large grain of salt, only because we've been told so many things before about the film. And with James Gunn at the helm of the DCU world, well, anything can and probably will happen. Now, does this mean Batman Brave and the Bold will be put on hold even longer? Or will we get an announcement about that as well? Will this be DC's and Gunn's way of molding the two worlds together? I just can't see it, because I still believe that Gunn is saving Chris Pratt for the role of Bruce Wayne as an older, wiser, sarcastic Batman, and Pratt would fill the bill. He's tight with Gunn and they work well together, and I can still see Gunn trying to one-up Matt Reeves in the meantime. That's just Gunn. But as always in the world of the DCU and the mind of James Gunn, one never really knows until one really knows. Finally, DC just might start getting interesting again, now that all the Superman hoopla is starting to die down. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for stopping by. If you would like to comment on anything I've yammered on about today, feel free to leave a comment in the section down below. And if you like today's show even just a little bit, then hell, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one? And there will be a next one. Thanks so much for stopping by. God bless. Socks.